So here today we are going to throw some light towards the self-realization. It's very important to understand when we go through the self-realization. If I say it's about al-basira tatafakkarun, from Quran it comes to enlighten and know that the blind one and the seer one are not the same. Here we are not talking about the body. Here we are talking about the perception, particularly which create extreme thinking in us. Very easily we can recognize how we are affected by the responses. In the field of response or reflexes, it's not only the we. How many times we are actually self-relaxing or in self-reflexing. It's very easy to get self-relaxing, being known or being realized that I am right. And then I think I am always right. And then I think when I am right, the other person is wrong. So other than to listen the information from the other side of the picture, from the other side of the table, or other side from the aisle, we cannot understand why this extreme behavior is taking place. So to understand that, the first thing in personal development is that power which put you in the eventually in a situation of the events where you create your emotions or affected by your emotions. When you are affected by your emotions, how much you can realize by yourself? What was the consequences after that event? You know, the people, particularly the women's, goes for a lot of shopping. They like all that window shopping. They also like to see new things. They go in different markets, buy the stuff, feeling very happy, but come home tired. They throw the bags, they lay down, and the first sentence come out of their mouth, oh, it was tiresome, the consequence. So what was behind that? Was a belief that we are making happy to ourselves from buying? Buy some time to yourself today. Oh, the listeners, buy some time to yourself and know thyself. Know with the outcome of work. Though we want to free, but are we getting free while we are buying? While we are not thinking? While we are not calculating? While we are not tafakkaru in Arabic, like fikr. If we say that like a figure it out. So Quran also said a lot of time, figure it out. But we say fikr. It means we are talking about thinking in the light of critical thinking. Now, critical thinking should be and have been taught in all those courses before with the self-realization. And it also goes beyond the cognitive thinking. The behavior turn out when the people cannot understand the other words, but they are thinking what they are hearing. What about having the same meanings of all those different words or the same words in the same classroom of even mathematics? When you're teaching mathematics or you're learning mathematics or you're going through from the classes of the calculus, how the result comes different for all other people. Who marked that? The person who knows that 2 multiplied by 2 will be 4. So today This is the ultimate reflection, to know thyself with the self-realization, so you can conduct a better life. At least result of all this should be, at least that we come together and live in a better situation with self-realization. The compulsory part, looking through the epidemics, looking through the earthquakes, looking through the different events who have some negative or positive approach all the time, is human being who learned, and it's called idea build on idea. You can say knowledge build on knowledge. If you can understand, even in the building, the second story build on the first story. So what is the story of your life? Can you share that story of the life? If you can share your story, there will be another story on the top of the story. The people who realize the story of their life, they build another story. The people who don't have that, they are just flattened. So the time, bring you, me, in our surrounding circumstances together to build another idea on the same course, on the same route, the routes and the route for the betterment of human being, and you become the best of the human being for that purpose. So help us God and enlighten us.